global meditation, we are going to take time to just heal anything that we may be carrying, any grief that we are holding in our hearts, any grief that we're processing for the earth, or any grief that we're processing for the collective, so that we can start June with a fresh slate. June is going to be such an important month for us. It's going to be filled with the solstice energy, with Venus star point, and really big, deep level soul shifts. So welcome everyone. Please introduce yourself in the chat. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Welcome everyone. Let me know what city you're tuning in from. I always love to hear where everyone is based, because our soul family is all the way around the world. So let me know in the comments. Please introduce yourself. In this global meditation, we're going to be sending love into our own hearts, into the heart of the earth, and to all of those who may be experiencing any pain and suffering. So, welcome, Carly from Philly. Welcome, Louise from Essex, England. Thank you for being here. Hello, Angelica from Montreal. Welcome, XOXO Fashionista from India. Welcome, Jacqueline from LA. Welcome. And thank you so much for being here, because it's very important that we're doing this type of work. So thank you for taking the time. I know you're probably busy. And one of the most important things that we can do right now is focus on our internal world. When the internal world is clear, when we're in a space of groundedness, of alignment and harmony inside, then your home is going to start to reflect that. Your family life is going to reflect that. Your community is going to reflect that. Your city is going to reflect that. Your nation is going to reflect that. And the world is going to reflect that. Within the universal law of resonance, as within, so without. Everything that's happening inside of us is happening externally. And unfortunately, right now, we're moving through such pivotal times in our planet's history. Right now, we're going through the purging process, and this is unfortunately a painful, uncomfortable process for many of us, not just humans here on Earth, but also think about the species that are having to experience the global disasters and their habitats are being wiped out. Think about Mother Earth and the pain that Mother Earth is feeling in her lands, with all the bombs dropping. And so one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to help to clear some of our emotions inside, so that we can have a bigger space in our hearts to hold more love, hold more compassion, and hold more peace that we can share with those around us. Because this is not just, hey, let's get together and sing Kumbaya all around the world. No, this is about creating the energy structure, the infrastructure for a new way of being for humanity to embrace. So think about a house. You cannot put a door inside of a house if the house is not built, if the construction of the house, the layout of the house, the foundation of the house is laid out. You can't put a bed inside a house. You can't put your decorations inside the house, the stove, the refrigerator. It's the same thing. In order for us to have systems economically, politically, health-wise, socially, in order for us to have those systems physically here on this earth, first the foundation has to be set, and that foundation is the energy frequency. And this is based on science. If you look at all of the scientists who are exploring the idea that we're living in a simulation, a hologram, these are professors at Oxford, at some of the biggest universities, saying that this is a hologram, this is a simulation, but we are active creators in the simulation. Everything that we see, we are collapsing waves of potentials, of photons, electrons, and all of these atoms. We are observing them, and that's what creates our physical reality. And so while yes, it's a simulation, it's very real for a lot of us, because we're so used to processing everything through the mind. But if you start to process things through your heart, you will start to realize that right now this is a huge healing opportunity for all of us around the world. Will we continue to play out the same karmic cycles? One group has power over another, and then in 200 years it's going to be flipped. The other country is going to be colonizing the other country, and we've seen this happen on Earth for since the dawn of humanity. And if we actually take a step back, if we look at the galactic history, this has been happening with the galactic species as well. But now we're at a turning point. Can we use our free will to call our power back, to have more freedom, more love, more peace inside of ourselves, so that we can help to create more of that in our external world? And this has to happen with all of us. Humanity divided is just going to cause the same karmic cycles. And if you're having any pain, if you're experiencing any grief, any suffering, maybe because you are struggling to pay your bills and you're living paycheck to paycheck, or maybe you just had a doctor tell you about a disease diagnosis, if you just had a loved one pass away, if you're holding any of this grief, I see you, and I'm sorry for everything that you're moving through. And if you're holding any grief in your heart for all of the destruction, the hunger, the violence, the poverty that we're witnessing happening all over the world, if you're processing that through your own heart, through your own body, I see you. If you're processing the pain that Mother Earth is feeling from all of the destruction, from all of our suffering, because you and me, we're on planet Earth right now. We are children of the earth, and just like we have an umbilical cord with our mothers, we also have this umbilical cord with Mother Earth. And Mother Earth can feel our pain. She can feel the pain of all of those suffering around the world. And if you're processing that, maybe one of your soul's purpose, because we have multiple soul purposes, but maybe one of your soul missions is to be an earth guardian, is to be an alchemist and transmute some of the earth's suffering, so it's not so overwhelming for Mother Earth. I see you. We're all here to play different roles, and all of us, every single being on this planet, those who are causing the violence, those who are the victims of violence, all of them are holding pain and suffering in their hearts. Hurt people hurt others. And when we can take this time to sit with our pain and sit with our suffering, and it looks different for all of us, but we're all holding it, when we can do this, we can help to transcend these karmic cycles that have been playing out on Earth since the dawn of time. So thank you for having the courage to do this. I know it's not an easy time to be alive in right now, especially with all of the global shifts. It seems like every single week there's a new historical event that we're moving through. It literally feels like we're in a movie, like an action movie, and the action movie just won't stop. And that can be very overwhelming for your nervous system, for your mind. Like, how is your mental health doing? Feel free to share it in the chat. Because it's not an easy time to be alive. There's a lot of changes, and our ego, our linear mind, is not used to such rapid change. Our ego loves the familiar, and that's why we're in fight or flight mode all of the time. That's why you feel a lot of tightness in your chest. It's difficult to breathe. Maybe for you it's difficult to fall asleep at night, or for you it's difficult to stop your mind, because we're in this trauma response. And so the intention for this global meditation, we host these global meditations the last Friday of every month, and the intention is for us to sit in a space with our hearts open, because this is a very rare experience that we get to do. Unfortunately, right now society is purging, and society itself is purging. Relationships are changing. Think about ghosting. Like, ghosting was never really a thing 10 years ago, and now it's becoming slowly the norm. And so even our relationship dynamics are changing, everything is changing, and it can be overwhelming to move through these changes. And so back in 2020, goddess Isis, mother Aset, she's the Egyptian goddess of healing, of wisdom, of magic, and she's one of my main guides that I work with. And in 2020, you know, when we were having that peak of that pandemic moment, we were all experiencing the same things. We were all inside of our homes locked up. We couldn't go anywhere. And Goddess Isis shared with me that we needed to create spaces where we could be, where we could exist with open hearts, being in this vulnerable space. And that's where these Soul Family Fridays uh, popped up from. These global meditations, these Soul Family Fridays, we've been having them since 2020 with the intention for us to just be vulnerable, to just sit here with our hearts open and to allow ourselves to release anything that we may have picked up from this past month. And also from this space, we can send more peace, we can send more light to optimize the changes that our world is moving through. And we're going to be moving through way more challenges. And this is not like some doomsday prediction. This is just the nature of transformation. It's just what happens. We go into the period of darkness and then we arise from that darkness. Winter, right? Everything dies, and then in spring it blossoms. Except it's not going to take 3 months. It's going to take some time. But the good news is that right now we're already in the beginning stages of the next golden age. A golden age, that's when Goddess Isis, Mother Aset, was around in ancient Egypt. This was nearly 12,000 years ago when this great civilization arose from the destruction of Atlantis. So even though Atlantis was destroyed, slowly the Kemetic civilization arose, and they had an amazing period of enlightenment, of flourishment across the board, not just financial, which is what our world prioritizes right now, but it was a flourishment of the soul, a flourishment of education, of health, of wellness, and culture. And so we're entering that. That was 12,000 years ago. Now we're entering that again. So there's many different cycles. Like right now we're ending May. Today's the 31st of May. And tomorrow we're going to enter June, and then it's a new month. But then we're also entering the solstice, which is on June 20th. And June specifically is all about deep soul shifts and releasing karma, which is what we're seeing happen right now at the global levels with all of the global conflicts. That's not just happening in Palestine, in Israel. It's happening everywhere in the world. It's happening in China, in Myanmar, in Congo, in Nigeria, in Tigray. It's happening everywhere. And so the intention for this global meditation is for us to first get centered in ourselves, to clear and release any anxiety, anything we may have picked up. And then from the space where we're more harmonious, share that harmony around the flower of life. Actually, that's what I'm wearing right now. I don't know if you guys can see my shirt. My wife got me this shirt. This is the flower of life, and this shape is actually known as sacred geometry. And this is what your cells look like. If you look at your cells in under a very powerful microscope, they look like this pattern. And this pattern is also a grid around Mother Earth. And so that grid is a little bit weak right now because of all the destruction this planet has seen, of the lack of consciousness and awareness that this planet has seen. And so what we're going to do is we're going to send light to this grid so that everyone who's a part of this earth can receive more light, more harmony, more love, more safety, and to optimize the changes that we're moving through. Because this change can look like World War III, can look like World War IV, can look like the destruction of the earth. These changes can also look like restructuring nation states, a new form of living, like think about our ancestors all over the world. They used to live in small tribes and small communities. So that's another timeline. And so these changes can happen in very difficult ways, less difficult ways, more graceful ways, and really beautiful ways. And we are part of this hologram because we are it. We're everything. And this is why it's important to do this work on yourself, because the more work that you can do on yourself, you're not just healing you as this personality individual, but you are me and I am you, and you're everyone. You're Carly, you're Michael, you're Madeline, you're Victoria, you're Heather, everyone who's here right now, and everyone who's going to watch this in the past, present, and future. They're all going to benefit from the healing you do, because what tends to happen is we reincarnate in soul families, and soul families are also represented in this flower of life. This flower of life is actually a bunch of cells coming together. If you think about when your mom gave birth to you, when your mom's essence and your father's essence merged together, the sperm and the egg, it created one cell. That one cell started to divide into 2 cells, 3 cells, 4 cells, and so on, and it created you. This flower of life represents that process. And so I'm part of the soul, you're part of the soul, and we're part of this giant oversoul who is God, source, spirit, creation, the universe. Literally all the religions are talking about the same thing, but that's the beauty of coming into this distorted world, that we chose to look different, right? Because otherwise it would be boring and we wouldn't really be able to experience different things. But now we have to wake up from that illusion that we're separate, because otherwise we'll just keep hurting the earth and hurting each other, and we'll be prisoners of this cycle of incarnation over and over again. So that's the intention. You didn't come into this reincarnation for a small role. You came here to play big, and I honor you for walking your path, because it takes a lot of courage to walk this path of awareness. It's not an easy path, but that's why you have so much wisdom inside of your soul. You have so many skills inside of yourself to help you to navigate through these times. You were born for these times. And I know that at a deep soul level, you feel that. So we're gonna start by drinking some water. Water is very important because it's what connects all of life, and it's what connects all of the cells in your body, so that the healing that you do, it could be felt by all of the cells in your body. So I recommend that after you listen to this meditation, you drink more water than you normally do. I'm not going to go into the energy update, because June is a very important month, astrologically and also at the soul level. I actually made a June energy update that talks about the Saturn retrograde, the June solstice. There are 6 planets aligning on Monday, and this is a very beautiful and rare occurrence. So if you want to learn more about like the energy shifts and the astrological impacts that are going to happen in June, you can watch that video in the description below. So we're gonna light a candle together. I'll give you like 2 minutes to go grab a candle, go grab water. If you want, go grab a crystal. We'll light our candles together, so don't light your candle just yet. But yeah, I'm gonna play this this gong for you as well. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it. So while everyone's getting their candles, their crystals, again, we're gonna light our candles together. While everyone's getting all those tools, I'm gonna do a quick sound check to see if you can hear this gong. And hey, for those of you on Instagram, make sure to join us on YouTube. Go to the link in my stories, and you'll be able to join us on YouTube, because I have to cut this stream off. So I will see you on YouTube. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of put this close here. Okay, so let me know in the chat if you're able to hear this. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Perfect. Okay, so I'll be playing this in a moment. And all you have to do is like sit back and relax. Um, so we're gonna light our candles together. So as you're lighting your candle, you're gonna have 3 intentions. And don't worry if you don't have a candle, I will light this candle for you. So our 3 intentions are going to be to light this candle for yourself, to bring more light into your heart. The second intention is going to be to light this candle for everyone who's watching this right now in this present moment, in the past, and in the future, to bring more light into their hearts. And the last intention is to light this candle for um, all of the beings on this planet, to bring more light into their hearts. So, holding those intentions, go ahead and light your candle. And drink a little bit more water. Um, Also, you might be feeling very dehydrated today, or having like nausea, vertigo, or like sore muscles, or maybe even headaches, because today we had a very strong solar storm. I don't even talk about solar storms anymore, in terms of like, I don't post them regularly because they're happening every single week. It's part of this regular occurrence now. So it's something you have to change in your lifestyle. You have to start drinking more water than you normally do, in order to ground all of this cosmic and solar energy that's coming in. Before we start, I would love to hear you type into the chat, um, and put it in the comments. What is something that you're grateful for in May? Um, there's so much destruction, there's so much challenge, there's so much pain in our world, but also I think there's so much beauty and so much opportunity and so much awareness in everything that's happening right now too. So let's shift to gratitude right now. So let me know before we start our meditation. I'm going to read everything that you guys are grateful for, and as I'm reading this, just focus on your heart. Yeah, and I'm reading the chat. Sounds like a lot of you are going through some mental health, emotional health, like exhaustion as well. And yeah, I feel you. I'm also going through that as well. So, you're definitely not alone in that. I'm gonna read this. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for my friends, for God, and God for bringing them into my life. This space, having this meditation group has helped me move through big changes. Thank you, so thank you all. Oh, thank you for being here, Heather. I'm grateful for my loved ones who continue to bring light into my life. I'm grateful for my family and friends, grateful for community. I'm grateful for my family. So happy to be here bringing more light with you. I'm grateful for water. Showers always renew me. Loving and supporting people in my life. I'm grateful for nature. I'm grateful for bright sunny days. I'm grateful for all. I'm grateful for what my eyes take in every day. This week I got to spend this week I got to spend it with my dad before he passed. I am sorry for your loss, and sending you a lot of love to you and your family. I'm grateful for our community. We are all here for each other when we need each other the most, and I need you guys so much as of late. And to have this specific meditation proves how connected we are, 100%. As much as we want to say that we're separate, we're quantumly entangled, whether we want to or not, you know. We came in with these soul family contracts. Grateful just to be able to make it here today. Grateful for my health and for everyone who chose to show up today. I'm grateful for the tools to go through this time with more ease. Thank you. The progress I've made for myself, despite the fact the new questions arose today, that makes me question part of who I am. I'm grateful for my siblings. I'm grateful for the releasing of resistance. I'm grateful for a new job. I'm grateful for the relationships, the earth, creation, and all the beings alive. I'm grateful for the refreshing rain. I'm grateful for all of the signs, clarity, guidance Source has given me. Thank you everyone for sharing. I'm grateful for everything that I'm leaving in a place surrounded by nature, living in a place surrounded by nature, and so happy to know you and be part of the community. Finding the good vibes in the universe, grateful for the messages with good timing. Grateful for life, the lessons and the experience, love everyone's energy. Do you guys feel it in your hearts? Let me know in the chat. Like, just reading that, I could feel my heart expand, and I could feel some of the tension I was holding in my body release, and my body feels much lighter. I don't know if you are already feeling that. All right, we're gonna get started. So you don't have to look at the screen anymore. Just sit back, relax. I would recommend that you get into a very comfortable position. So for some of you, that's going to be in a lotus position, the typical meditation position. For others of you, it's going to be laying down. So just see what feels best for your body. For others of you, you might enjoy doing this as a moving meditation. So remember, you're always the guru. You're always the master. You already know exactly what you need to do. It's more about learning to listen. So just for these next 20 minutes, really listen to your body. What does your body want to tell you? What does it want to release? What is it holding and is keeping stuck? So since the moment we lighted the candle, a huge rain started. And rain, water is a cleansing energy. And so that's what we're going to do first. We're going to cleanse our own energy. And then we're going to start to cleanse some of the grief, some of the pain that Mother Earth is holding and that the collective is holding. So just surrender to the experience, listen to my voice. If there's something else you want to do instead of what I'm guiding you to do, then listen to that. And if at any point you're distracted, that's totally fine. Meditation is a practice. It takes practice to learn to control your brain. So our goal is just to be aware. Even you being aware that you're getting distracted, that's also the point of this. So you can count that as a win. All right, so don't look at the screen anymore. Close your eyes, relax, hold your crystals if you're holding any crystals. And before I even use this, we're gonna use our own throats to cleanse ourselves. So sound healing is one of the most powerful ways for us to heal. And so let's connect with that power that we have inside of us. Focusing on your throat, you're going to chant Om. Om is a frequency that cleanses and it also harmonizes. As you're chanting, cleanse your body, cleanse the room that you're in, cleanse your crystals. Breathe in. And now you're going to hum, and as you're humming, just send this vibration anywhere in your body where you're holding tension. Breathe in. And now just focus on your heart. And as you're focused on your heart, you're going to place your hands on your heart. And just breathe and feel the gratitude for being safe right now, in this moment, in your body, in your home. Feeling that gratitude and the blessing that we don't have to worry about bombs dropping near us, and we have this blessing of being safe. Feel safe in your physical body, even if it's just for this moment right now that you're alone in the room and you have complete power over the safety in your body in this moment. And now breathe out any feelings of unsafety, of fear, and focusing on this feeling of safety. I'm gonna play the gong and just send this feeling of safety to all of the beings on our planet. May they all feel safe. And by me hitting the gong, it's going to send this frequency throughout our globe, because sound travels really fast. So focusing on your heart, send this feeling of safety to all beings. And focusing on your heart, connect with this sense of joy that you get to support your human family in this beautiful way. Because all of our souls are connected. And as soon as you send safety to all these souls, there's an energy frequency that's going to be around them that will start to create the potentials for their material safety. And just hold that sense of peace in your heart, knowing that it's already been done, that all beings have already been protected and feel safe. And feeling this sense of peace, share that with all the beings on our planet. Breathing in. And as you're doing this, you can also visualize the flower of life around our planet, like an energy or electricity grid hovering above the ozone layer. And this flower of life connects us all. So from your heart into the flower of life, send a feeling of peace. And just like the clouds that we see in our skies, they slowly get bigger and bigger until rain eventually falls. That's what we're doing. We're sending so much peace so that eventually these energy waves collapse into dense material peace. And now focusing on your heart space, feel unconditional love for Mother Earth, for sustaining you and me and all of the human collective, all of the animal collective, all of the inner earth beings. Breathe in and send love into the earth. And now you can see the flower of life turning into rainbow colors. Just like Mother Earth nourishes you, you can also nourish Mother Earth. And you see the flower of life in a rainbow form. And right now, focus on breathing that rainbow light into your heart. Any pain, any grieving, any suffering you're holding in your heart. Breathe in that rainbow light and exhale all of that dense energy out. And just breathe out without any human stories. Just breathe out your emotions. Don't judge them. Don't get stuck in them. Just allow them to flow. And now connect with your etheric wings. We all have angel wings. And just hover and fly around the earth. And as you're flying above the earth, you can see all of us in so many distinct forms. You can see us in our light bodies. We all look like these fluorescent colors that you've never seen before. And you get a sense of peace, knowing that it's already been done. With this sense of peace and knowingness, breathe in a diamond light into the earth. From your heart. And as you're showering the earth with this diamond light, it's optimizing all of the changes that our planet is moving through. Breathe in. And send these feelings of safety, love, awareness, and unity to all of the living beings on this planet. There's a beautiful spiral around the earth as you do this. And now we're going to send light to all of the conflicts around the world. And as you send light, you can just send it into the flower of life. And that will immediately get sent to all areas of the planet. We're just sending light to optimize everything according to the plan of creation, God, Source, Spirit, the universe. Asking all distortions to be filtered out. All illusions to rise to the surface. Breathe in. And some of you might be burping, yawning, coughing, or sneezing. And this is a form of release, so thank you for helping to release that. And we're going to send light to harmonize all of the EMP weapons, the satellites, the energy weapons underneath the earth in Antarctica, in the oceans, that are causing earthquakes and other bizarre weather. Not judging that, not thinking it's good or bad. Breathe out all judgments. And let's just send light to optimize all of those events according to the most optimal timeline for humanity. This includes all energy weapons, nuclear weapons, earthquake weapons, tsunami weapons, weapons inside of the earth, in the skies. And just send an optimizing light to align everything back to source in its most optimal form. And let's send light into the land itself that's holding all of the intensity of the violence of all the conflicts of the world and the pain of those who are suffering in those conflicts. Breathing in and send love as a rose quartz or emerald light out through your heart and into the earth. And let's take a moment to thank Mother Earth for nourishing all of us, for holding us, thanking her for our homes. And let's breathe out all of the judgments of how we think the world should be right now. When you see something as bad, you help to polarize it, so you intensify it. That is the point of us being in neutrality. Sending love to the earth and feel the earth nourishing you. And keeping your eyes closed, you're going to remove your glasses if you're wearing glasses. You're going to rub your palms together. Taking a deep breath in. Hold. And sigh out through your mouth. Again, breathe in. Hold. And sigh out. And one more time, breathe in. Hold. And sigh out. Making a sound. And now go ahead and place your palms on top of your eyes. Feel the electric current. And breathe this warmth into all of your cells. Put one hand in front of your throat chakra. Put one hand, keep your eyes closed. Keep one hand behind your neck. Wrap your throat in this healing, in your healing hands. And just breathe into your throat. And now place your healing hands on your solar plexus. And just rub your solar plexus. Rub your belly. Sending healing here. And just move your body any way it wants to move to release any stagnant energy it may be holding. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So I would love to hear what you experienced. Let me know in the chat. Please make sure you drink more water than you normally do, because again, this energy that you help to move around, you didn't just do it for the earth, but you did it also for yourself. And it's important to drink more water. It's cool because someone said at the beginning when we lighted the candle, a huge rain started. And then when we started the meditation itself, we had a major X1 solar flare right when we started. So literally, we are everything. And so we are so interconnected. And this is the power that you have to not just affect the rain, but also you have the power to affect the sun. Like the sun literally is so far from us, and it just started to spit these solar flares right when we started. It's no accident. I'm not surprised, because this is something that happens when we unite together with our focused intention. And so continue to focus your intentions on the things that you want. We have the new moon this on June 6th on the 6/6 portal. That's going to be a huge day for manifesting. June 20th is the solstice, which is going to be a very extremely powerful day for manifesting. So focus on your soul evolution happening in a graceful way, not necessarily just through pain. And one thing that I would recommend that you do, if it resonates with you, is for the June solstice. The June solstice is on June 20th, and the full moon is the day after on the 21st. This month is all about us releasing the karmic pain we've been holding on to. And so do some type of karmic release. We're actually having a special full moon ritual and meditation this month because of the solstice. So we're having a solstice full moon ritual and meditation where we are going to connect with our galactic family so that we can release any karma that we may be holding on to that is no longer serving our soul's purpose, because your soul can evolve in many different ways, and now the free will of humanity is expanding, which means that we also have more freedom to change our soul contracts that may no longer be relevant for us in our life right now. So if you want to join that solstice full moon ritual and meditation, you can get all of the details below in the description of this video. And for that, we're going to be connecting with our galactic family, because the UFOs appearing everywhere around the world right now, that's not by accident. It's because now is the time. Now humanity is ready. And also, humanity is ready to know who we are. We are these beings that come from the stars. And it's time to reconnect with that wisdom, with that consciousness. And that's why connecting with your galactic family is important. If you look at the stories of the indigenous people from everywhere in the world, from the Hopi, the the Peruvian Quechua lineages, the Inca lineages, the Aborigines, like all of the people, all of the indigenous tribes around the world talk about how we come from the stars. And it's no accident that sometimes you do feel a little bit kind of weird here on earth, because it's just such a weird place, because not all of us are used to being humans, because in past lives we've been inside of bodies that are not as dense as a human body. And also we lived in other star civilizations. So if you want to learn more about your star family, more about your galactic origins, that's something that we're going to be exploring inside of that solstice full moon ritual and meditation. So I hope to see you for that. I'm gonna read the chat, and yeah, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, remember to subscribe and comment, so that more people can watch this, and so that this process of human evolution ascension process happens much faster. Because it's like, come on, humans, we gotta get on with it. We're wasting our times in these karmic cycles. My eyes are tearing. Um, I could smell soil. Wow. Your clear sentience is opening up. It's been a while. I did not meditate with you. This should be made weekly, globally. We can shift and heal 100%. Yes. And I encourage you to watch this again. Because every time that you listen to this, it's going to be a different experience. And yeah, we host these the last Friday of every month, so I hope to see you all next month. It was incredible. I felt so much love and light, released a lot, and cried too. A song came to me also, and I sang it out loud. That's perfect. My stomach started cramping up really hard. Yeah, I felt that for a lot of you. A lot of tears while sending love. I had my Larimar on my chest, and my tears seemed to drop directly on my crystal. The lights I saw were beautiful. We are all truly a collective of beautiful light. Yes, we are. I drifted into something and kept getting goosebumps, and the gongs were so powerful yet so peaceful. Thank you so much for this meditation. My pleasure. I found myself smiling with all the good vibes going. What an alignment. My body unwound with a lot of throat chakra activity. Yeah, how did you guys feel about putting your healing hands like this? Um, like collectively, the humans are learning how to open up the throat, because for so long we've been silenced. So this is something that at an individual level you have to clear your throats, but also you're helping to do that for the collective too. Releasing through choking sounds, and some light language came through. Thank you so much for this container. Soul blessings. My pleasure. Hey Nelsie from Connecticut. This was the first global meditation with you. Really enjoyed it. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. So something I wanted to mention is, when we were sending light into the energy weapons that are around the earth, there was a lot of resistance for some of you doing that. Like, I could feel all of your bodies tighten up, most of you, not all of you. And of course, no one wants weapons. Of course, weapons cause violence and destruction. I don't know if you guys have heard, but there has been this anomaly in Antarctica. Like, so it's this super really sketchy stuff that's happening, and the government is saying that like it's an anomaly, but it keeps showing up. Like, it's showed up 5 times this year, and it's basically it's an energy weapon in the water, and it's increasing the temperature of the water, and it's trying to change certain weather patterns, because unfortunately now the warfare is not just with tanks and bombs, it's taking on different forms. But one of the things that we have to do is, we can't judge these things, because the more that we judge them, the more that they're going to be intensified. And that's just how this universe works. It's the polarity, the law of polarity. So anytime you're seeing something that doesn't resonate with you, just come into a space of neutrality and send light, to send light to optimize that situation, because your light really literally changes timelines and changes the material world. So thank you all so much for being here, and I really appreciate your vulnerability, you taking the time and the energy to do this work. I hope to see you at our full moon ritual and meditation for the solstice. You can get all of the details in the description of this video if you want to join us for that. And I will see you next month for our Soul Family Friday in June. Also, there's the June energy and astrology update that I just posted today. So try to watch that this weekend, because on Monday we have a rare 6 planets aligning in a straight line. So great, that's a great sign. Great times are coming ahead. And just remember to stay focused on the reality that you want, and keep your hearts open and compassion for the other realities that other beings on this planet are in. Thank you. Namaste. Much love.